Hello again. My name is Dennis Karstens. I'm a retired lawyer and novelist. Um, and I've been doing a series of these videos basically giving you my unsolicited advice and opinion about what's going on in our country. I am scared today, okay, because I am really, really worried. Barack Obama came on the scene as easily the least qualified person to ever run for president until today, which is, Kamala Harris. But when he came on, and he was radicalized by people who were in the weather underground, and he made the claim that he was going to transform America. Remember that? But he never actually said what he was going to try to transform America into. Well, we're getting a really good look at it now. He is trying to transform America with a lot of help from progressive, ultra liberal Democrats from a two party state, two political parties, into a one political party state. Now, we've been getting along pretty well with a two party system for quite a while. It's messy, it doesn't work real well. It's really kind of, it's different and it's just not orderly and smooth all the time. But it serves us. When one party gets to be a little too strong and gets to be a little too much, the other party the people actually manage to kick them out and give the other guys a chance. And if they don't do a good job, then we kick them out and give the guys before a chance. And it's worked pretty well for us. We have actually created the American people, American citizens. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about white people, black people, red people, Indians who have taken on this country, Chinese, Asian people, citizens of this country have done a great job of building a great nation that has been a beacon to the world of freedom, liberty, and democracy. And Joe Biden and the Democrat Party at this are doing everything they can to allow tens of millions of, sorry folks, illiterate peasants, barely employable people, along with Chinese spies, Islamic terrorists, and Mexican drug cartel members into this country, and they're raising hell with us, and it needs to stop. But that's not what I'm talking about here today. I'm talking about the coming election, because the coming election is going to decide where we go in the future. We are walking up to a precipice, basically a top of a hill, where down below us is the valley of death. And the Democrats are frankly determined to take us over that hill and destroy this country. Destroy it from being a two party state into a one party state, based on the Chinese communist model of an authoritarian dictatorship. Here's the thing. You've probably heard this. I know it sounds a little crazy, right? I get it, but it's not. They're determined to do this. And if they do this, the people that are helping them, especially in the media, are going to be sorry it happened. Because these media clowns are going to be the first ones put under the microscope. And if they say or do anything that gets them out of line, their ass is going to be in serious trouble. Now, the Democrats are starting to get you ready for this by talking a lot lately about disinformation, misinformation, and hate speech. They're trying to convince you that the First Amendment freedom of speech does not cover these things and should not cover these things. And in fact, people should be punished for them. My favorite is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has been on TV lately talking about this. I mean, disinformation, misinformation, and hate speech is basically lying. That's what it amounts to. Sorry, folks, lying is protected speech. So is hate speech. No one said you have the right to go through life without ever being offended. Hillary Clinton has probably lied more than any person that has ever been put on this planet. And yet she's pointing at this saying, this has got to stop. Now pay attention here, because when she says that, what she's saying is the government needs to decide what you are allowed to say, what you are allowed to watch on TV, what you are allowed to see in the theaters, what you are allowed to read in books, what you are allowed to have put into your head. Your thoughts are going to be what they tell you they need to be. And if we go over this precipice in November, there will be no coming back from it. It will go and go and go. Kamala Harris is not going to be president of the United States. She may win the election, but the same people, the same Obama people, and that's who these are. They're Obama ass kissers and sycophants that have surrounded Obama. And really, if you objectively look at Obama's years in office, he's a pretty mediocre guy. His decision making was poor. His foreign policy was abysmal. His record in domestic policy was a D plus at best. And now those people, they have taken over under Joe Biden. They're the same people running things in the White House and in our government that Barack Obama had, which is why they've been an abysmal failure. And now comes Kamala Harris. If Kamala Harris wins, these people are going to sit her down behind the Resolute desk in the White House Oval Office, and they're going to tell her, sit there, say nothing, do nothing, do not touch anything. We will tell you what we want you to say. We will put in front of you what we want you to sign, and you will do as you're told, which is probably just as well, because Kamala Harris is such an idiot. She needs a video on how to change a light bulb, okay? And that's no joke. I'm not kidding. She is that incompetent, all right? Now, here's the best thing, actually, that can happen to the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is the ones moving us toward this. And they got a lot of help from Republicans, elected Republicans in Congress, especially the Senate. Some of these old guys that are the get along, go along types who are perfectly willing to let the Democrats run things. Mitch McConnell, the head of the Senate Democrats, did not want, did not want the Republicans to take control of the Senate in the 2022 elections. They could have done it easily. He refused to help Trump Senate candidates win because he didn't want the job of majority leader. It's too much work. He's perfectly content to let the Democrats do it and perfectly content to go along with whatever it is they want. There are a lot of other Republicans in there as well. Like I said, the best thing that could happen to the Democrat Party would be to get their ass handed to them in November. I mean, a beating like they'll never forget. And then maybe the lunatic left will no longer have control of the Democrat Party, will no longer want to march us toward a Chinese communist takeover of this country. I got a book here, just a minute. Oh, I don't have a copy of it here. It's It's called Red Star Rising. It's a terrific book. It's a story about the Chinese communists taking over America and how easily they could do it. It's available on Amazon. Oh, here it is right here. Sorry. Red Star Rising. Really good book, written by me. A Chinese communist takeover of the country without so much as firing a shot. They do it with with a COVID-19 epidemic, a stronger, more powerful one that kills 1 billion people and devastates our military. And basically, we have to surrender because they're going to walk right in and take over. And this will tell you what life will be like when that happens. And this will also tell you what life will be like when the Democrats allow us to turn into a one party state. It's not going to be pleasant. In fact, it probably won't. It's not going to happen in the next 4 years. But they'll start with the First Amendment and the freedom of speech. If they start taking away our freedom of speech with this disinformation, misinformation, hate speech campaign, that's just the beginning. But it will be the beginning of the end because we'll never come back from it, okay? The Democrats need to get beaten and beaten badly this fall. Please pay attention to this. This is too serious to just ignore. We cannot let low information voters decide this election because if they do, we're going to have Kamala, the imbecile cackler, as the president puppet. And the same people that have practically destroyed the country under Biden will continue to do so under Kamala. And if that happens, we're on the road to being done and we won't be able to come back. Thank you, and please think with your head. Have a great day. Get out people who know what they're doing to vote. Thanks again.